Hi everyone, Chris here, and today we're talking about storytelling as an element of instructional design. And today I wanted to share 3 tips on how you can create a more effective story to use in your instruction. So the first tip is to really analyze your actual content. Different types of content will fit better with different types of storytelling. So as you develop your story, try to think of which of these might fit best with your particular content. So does your content fit best with an anecdote, with maybe a historical narrative, case study? Are you going to throw your learner into a simulation where they're choosing their own adventure? The second thing to remember when you're putting together a story for instruction is you still have to grab your learner's attention, and you have to maintain their attention throughout the story. So you might do this with a surprising element, an interesting incident, something that's going to keep them paying attention. We don't pay attention to boring things, so this is where you really have to keep it interesting. And finally, the third thing to remember as you're building a story for instruction is that you're going to need to stimulate curiosity and imagination. So this is where you're going to have to create an emotional connection between your learner and your characters. This is where you're going to need to have the story be challenging and interesting enough so that the learner is engaged. It just really comes down to keeping them curious, keeping them engaged. And that's kind of where you grab their attention and you have to maintain it throughout the rest of the story. So those are the 3 core components of ways that you can make a story better for your instruction. One is ensure that you're using a storytelling vehicle, whether it's a narrative or an anecdote or a mystery. What storytelling form are you going to take, and is it compatible with the information that you're sharing? Second is to grab your learners' attention and hold their interest through making sure that they emotionally resonate with the characters, make sure that you have the problem that keeps them mentally engaged. And finally is to ensure that you're stimulating their curiosity and don't be boring. That's probably the biggest tip. All right, well, tomorrow I'm going to talk about keeping your story relatable. And yeah, it may involve some extra work, but I will talk with you tomorrow.